Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Chasing Psychological Safety. Today, we were back together, so we're fortunate to have Fionn back. So this is going to be a lively discussion about a rather big topic. There was an article yesterday that was comparing what we do for teams with what a therapist would be doing for someone who entered their office in the hopes of getting some CBT therapy. CBT stands for Cognitive Behavioural Therapy, and it is, in short and in a nutshell and oversimplifying it, the type of therapy that aims to be a lot more concise than other types, and it aims to give people strategies where they change and reframe the way they're thinking so that they see their behaviors changing. So we were comparing what we do for teams in terms of the software we've built and the path we're on, in which we show the data, we explain the behavior, and we allow teams to find the type of action that will then change that behavior. We were comparing it to the same process. We are completely aware they're not at all the same thing. It was more of a simile because so many of you are clear on the fact that there's a need for changing behavior when there's mental health discomfort. In this, maybe more clear on that than you are with the fact that there's a need to change team behavior when there isn't enough psychological safety. So that is what we had in the article. And what the article was aimed towards is really those of you that are already on this path, trying to bring along others. So we have a couple of things that we want to say to those that are there.
Absolutely. So when somebody's on that path and they're wanting to take a step forward and improve psychological safety, there are a couple of things that we need to be really aware of and can just be really helpful for you when you're bringing a team or a group on that journey. And the first one of those is not to step back from or forget or ignore the intense connection moment. So what we're looking for in that is a moment that happens in a lot of coaching sessions, team coaching, individual coaching, and in facilitated sessions, but can really often be overlooked as unworthy for some reason. What we're talking about is the aha moment, the moment that people have in CBT, that people have in coaching, where they realize that they have a moment in their lives or an experience or a memory that they have a really, really strong connection with, and that can allow them to propel themselves forward by hooking into that memory and by using it, and they can really find ways to change their behavior and find ways to really see the value in making that change. And what we mean by that is that if a team can have that aha moment, if we can encourage them to sit down and take 30 seconds as part of whatever session you're running with them to really think about a time when they were in a psychologically safe team, a team where it was truly safe to speak up, then that's a really powerful moment. And we've seen it and we've witnessed it lots of times ourselves. And once they realize that it's possible to enhance the good behaviors of psychological safety, to find ways to to create an environment where people can speak up and feel safe to do so, to challenge and bring forward their ideas and say when something might be wrong, and also diminish the negative behaviors, the impression management side of psychological safety, really they start to see that they can make a transformational change in the team. So it's taking them on that journey from that moment, that aha moment. So don't shy away from that. Don't think it's not worth it. Don't think it's a secondary piece of the process. It's really important to then realizing that they can make a change to create that on a permanent basis in the team.
Precisely. And it's difficult. We know that it's not a comfortable thing to attempt to hold, but it's a space that you have got to create for people. Similarly, it's not something that lasts forever. It's not the one thing you need to do after which you're going to have an army of dedicated advocates that's going to be willingly jumping into it. Chances are that because of the vast amounts of human debt that most organizations have amassed, you're still going to be presented with loads of resistance, despite them having had this moment of aha and of connection. And once you start doing something about psychological safety, whether it's by using our software or by hand, like we say, you will get people revert back to, this is unnatural. You are asking me to be doing things about this human stuff. I have to deal with emotions. It's not my job. I don't know what you're going to be doing with this data. You're going to have a host of objections that stem from the fact that people have gone through a long history of wrongdoing, really, almost abusive relationship with the organization, where they were continuously either punished or not listened to. So you have a lot to overcome in terms of getting them on the path. Yes, you need that moment of connection that will propulse you a lot, but you also then need to expect a certain level of resistance. The beauty of it is, once you get over that threshold, once you get them into a rhythm of looking at the way they're behaving and finding ways to change that behavior together as a team, magic happens. We have seen, developers become mini psychologists. We have seen people that were completely not connected to any of these topics develop a passion for doing better from an emotional point of view. You will be surprised without a doubt. But those two steps, the connection moment and the overcoming of the resistance in this system, you're not going to get away from. You're going to have to find ways to sort them out.
Absolutely. And on the sorting out side of things, clearly come to us to talk about the software, the psychological safety software that we've created. If you want to do things fast and at scale, we've seen great moments with the teams that we're working with. But if that's not something that's on the table for you now or yet, then please at least take the steps to do it manually in your business. Some of the steps that we talk about in our videos, we talk about in our articles, they will get you headed in the right direction. So thank you.
Thank you very much. Have a good day. Bye.
Bye.